All right, welcome. Wait a minute. I've got the wrong date. This was yesterday's date. Okay, there we are. Okay, so it is Thursday, January 12th. We are really moving ahead in 2023. We are going to start off by reviewing what we did last class on Tuesday with using our thesaurus to build a stronger vocabulary. And then we're going to go one by one to share posts on the Google Classroom stream from last week. And I want to compliment all of you. In fact, I'm giving everybody a round of applause. Everybody who posted on the Google Classroom stream regarding the Damar Hamlin moment, you really showed a lot of advanced writing, college level ability already, and we're already in week 1. So when I started reading, I said, okay, I've got a pretty capable level 6B class this semester, and they are up for more challenges. So I'm giving everybody who completed that, I'm giving everybody a big thumbs up, big round of applause. That was just a test to see what everyone's abilities are, and I was very impressed. And we're going to share those, practice reading aloud what you wrote for the first part of class. So great job, everybody. And if you haven't posted a comment there, you can do it right away. You can do it live while your classmates are reading it. So then we're going to do this, exactly why I have a background that I have. We're going to talk about pizza. It is the most ubiquitous, which means the most common food in modern society. In most modern nation states today, there is some form of pizza. It's actually kind of an ancient concept, flat bread with stuff on top of it. But just about anywhere in the world, people make their own unique styles of pizza. And it's a great way to get to know each other, because we've all come from different backgrounds, and we have different tastes which represent our culture and where we come from. And pizza is a nice platform to talk about it. And we'll have breakout rooms. We'll have our 10 minutes timeout. You can grab a cup of coffee, take care of your kids, do what you need to do. Then I'm actually going to break you up into impromptu presentation groups, and I'm going to introduce regional pizza in the United States. So this will be a little geography. So the way people eat pizza in Chicago, in San Francisco, in New York, in Boston, it's actually quite different across this country. So we'll do a little bit of reading and a little bit of geography to understand the varieties of cultures that are represented in this one single food. And then you'll come back and share what you've learned. And then I'm going to introduce to you a podcast, a little reading and listening for next week. So I'm going to throwing a lot at you today, because I think you can handle it. You showed me that you definitely need a challenge, and I'm going to give it to you. All right, let's get started. So reviewing where we left off last week. So last week we looked at a dictionary and then a thesaurus. Who can recall what is a thesaurus?
It's a book with synonyms.
Yes, I thought you both got it exactly right. Who said, was that Israel?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. And I think Anila followed Israel at the same time. Both of you. Fantastic. So Israel, Anila, everybody else, a book of synonyms. So I showed you that video about Peter Marc Roget. He was a lecturer in the UK, and he started putting together lists of words. He didn't want to say the same word to express himself the same way. And now this thesaurus is a very common tool for academics, writing, speaking. When you get into college this summer, you're going to run into issues where you're typing a paper and you find yourself using the same word again and again. Where do you go to find the right word? A thesaurus. So day by day, build that vocabulary. Even if it's just one new word a day, it's a great tool, and it really helps you express yourself and give you a unique voice in this language. So a book of synonyms. We all experimented with that. And I'm going to go over a little bit of what we did, because a few people were not, I see one, two, yeah, a few people were not here in that class. So if you didn't see the recording, I'm just going to give you a little rewind. So major event in American sports, this young man, DeMar Hamlin, I'm going to turn the sound off and I'll narrate it. So this young man, DeMar Hamlin, as we saw last week, playing against the Cincinnati Bengals. In American football, it's in some ways similar to international football we call soccer or even rugby, but there's a lot more hitting, a lot more contact. The team with the ball moves the ball one way up the field. That's the offense. The defense stops the offense. This was a routine play, and he made a tackle similar to rugby, except it's a lot harder and a lot faster, so they wear helmets. Perfectly normal. Nobody did anything wrong. However, when the play was over, the referees blew the whistles. Everybody got up. There he is. So number 3, he's standing, and all of a sudden his heart stopped. Boom. So this is watched by millions of people. We're almost at the playoffs. So millions of Americans are watching this game, 2 excellent teams, and this young man's heart stops beating in front of millions of people. Very hard to describe what's going on. So hard, in fact, I didn't mention the announcers at the game stopped speaking because it was such a shocking moment to see what was going on. We don't expect a young person like this to just stop moving and be unresponsive. So later on, people were trying to find the right word to describe what was happening. And the story continued. It was a frightening moment, a scary moment, a tragic moment, but his heart was revived. People helped him. There were medical professionals able to revive him, take him to the hospital, and the next week he was alive, and he's still in the hospital now to see what's going on. So there's a lot of emotions, and we looked at all those words. So after we looked at all those words to see what words we could use to describe this frightening and scary and now a joyous moment, we started sharing our own thoughts on Google Classroom. So let's take a look at what we wrote, or what you wrote, rather. And this is where I was truly impressed. So when you go into the Google Classroom page, and let's see, is Doris here? Doris, oh yes, hey Doris, I'm impressed. Yeah, I'm impressed with what you wrote yesterday, because you joined one of my other classes doing something similar.
Teacher, well, I write just I think and I write.
There you go. That's it. That's the idea. So when I looked at we move a little bit faster. Sometimes we use the same content, but we move a little bit faster here in 6B. 6B is all college prep, college writing. So I looked at Valentina's, Shamara, Fretis, Doris, Elka, sorry about that. I'm going to get it soon. Viana, Gracie, Israel, Anila, Letitia, and I said, wow, I have got a pretty strong class this semester. So let's take a few moments and let's hear a few volunteers. Who wants to read aloud what they posted last week? Who wants to go first? Anybody? Valentina, Israel, Doris?
Yes.
Me.
Okay, so let's start with I think Doris is really excited. And who is me? Was that Israel? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll start with Doris, and then we'll start with Israel, and then go with who's next. And if you haven't written anything yet here, go ahead and just write what you're feeling. And we gave a list. I gave a list of emotional vocabulary words that you could use. So if you haven't done it yet, join in now. So I'm going to start right here. Okay. There we go. Okay, Doris,
Yes.
go for it.
The football player is very lucky. Wait a minute. Lucky to survive in the situation. Usually is not easy when you got heart attack. In my words, is a brave guy in the field. I hope he can get back on the shape and follow his career.
All right, nice work, nice work. And I think I know what you meant, why you stopped.
Because I'm in
yeah.
the phone. I lose the screen.
Oh no,
That's
it's okay. It's okay. No, but when you got caught in between your past and present tense right here.
Yes, to survive it. Yes.
Right. Lucky to survive. You could do that. You could say he was, like, say past perfect there. You meant to say lucky to survive. So get rid of the D.
Okay.
Or that's fine. That's fine. Or you can say, you can actually add something there. Lucky to have survived.
Okay. Hence.
That might make it even more complicated, but either of those works. It looks like you were kind of figuring out which way you wanted to write the sentence, but that's what it's all about. The football player is very lucky to have survived or to survive the situation. And I don't think you meant to do this, but the word field is what's called, in this sentence, it's called a, I think you did this by accident. It's called a double entendre.
Okay.
It actually has a double meaning the way when you in this context. Because you said, in my words, he is a brave guy in the field. The word field can be literal and figurative. Literal means actually a field of grass, like a park.
Okay.
And they are playing on a football field. So that's the
Okay.
literal word.
Yes. Yes.
If that's what you meant, you can also mean like a profession.
Okay.
Like people might say to me, what do you do? I say, I work in education. Oh, that's a tough field to work in these days, but very high in demand. Oh, what about you? I'm in the healthcare field. So the field could mean like a type of job somebody works. So that's what I mean by a double entendre. It's one word that can mean two things or even three things. But when you put it in this context, you're like, he is lucky because it's a dangerous sport. So he's lucky in that field, like the profession of being an athlete.
Yeah.
And he's lucky because he's actually on a literal field of grass. So
Yeah.
that's literal and figurative in both. So that gives us a lot to work with. Doris, Israel, let's go to yours, my friend. There we are.
So I felt shocked when I watched the news about Monday Night Football game between the Bengals and Bills because the player number 3 from the Bills teams made a tackle against number 85 from Bengals. And then he stand up, but after a few seconds, he collapsed his heart stopped beating for a moment. Mr. Hanley is 24 years old, but he had that problem, and the service emergence come to the fields, and they gave CPR, that is abbreviation for cardiopulmonary respiration,
Now you're just showing off, Israel. Okay.
and put oxygen and went to the hospital. And the people in the stadium were confused. The game was suspended, but thank God he's better now, and all fans are waiting the moment when he come back.
Oh, beautiful story. You really, what you did here was, I think you corrected a few tiny little mistakes when you read it. You caught your own little tiny mistakes, and you
Yeah.
read it absolutely. The way you read it was absolutely perfect. There was like one or two, I forgot where it was, but the way you read it was perfect. What you did was you actually proofread it live. So when you write something, very often you'll make one tiny little mistake, but then when you read it aloud yourself, you'll catch a tiny little mistake and you will actually naturally start fixing it. So it's a great exercise to write something, leave it for a day, and then come back and read it aloud and you realize, oh yeah, I could change that. I could change that. So this is
The problem when I read it sounds weird, so I got to fix that.
no, it's good practice. Excellent. Who wants to go next? You could raise your hand, or yes, I see Freirtes. Where is she? There you are.
Yes,
Okay.
the third one. What happening was terrifying. I can see how his team was shocked by that situation because he was praying and out of nowhere he fell. I think all of his team members at that point panicked because maybe they thought about themselves and what could happen to them.
Mm.
I experienced a similar situation when a friend from my church fell after finish give a sermon. And that moment was very worried and terrified because she suddenly felt that day I couldn't sleep or eat thinking about it. But thank God everything was fine with her as handling. I think the most important thing is the life, and I think that Harley is young to start over. He has a life ahead of him to do everything he wants.
Mm. Good story. Very nice. And I love the way you compared it to a personal story in your life. Very
Yes,
nice.
I think teacher maybe his team feel like I feel with my friend, you know. I imagine that situation is very confused, shocked, terrified.
There's a word for what you felt. It's empathy.
Yes,
You're
empathy.
feeling empathy for this person. Don't know him. He's just a guy on TV, but you recognized something, a moment in your own life, and you empathized with it. Very nice.
Yes.
All right. Who would like to go next?
Me, teacher Clary.
Claridelka.
My name is Claridelka, yes.
Yes, I messed that up the first time. I'm gonna get better. Claridelka. When I looked at it a second, I was like, that's not, yeah, well, I'm just messing it up. I need some more coffee. Okay. Claridelka, here we go.
Okay. It was a very distressing moment, firstly because of his health and also thinking about his career as an athlete, being so young when his career was just beginning. On the other hand, I think that the attitude that the other players present was very empathetic.
Oh, wow. Small world. You're actually using the vocabulary word I introduced. Nice. Good, great way to follow my comment there. Nice job, Claridelka.
Thank
Okay,
you.
who is next? Anybody? Victoria?
Me, teacher.
Anila. Sorry, Victoria, I thought you were raising your hand. I saw you. I think you just touched your screen. I thought you were raising your hand.
Oh, teacher, I
Yeah.
wasn't in the last class,
No,
so
it's okay. No problem. No problem. We
Thank
like you anyway. Right, everybody? We still like you. Okay. Where is it? I think you're right. There you go. Anila.
Yeah. In the first video, I feel so dejected because the player is so young and it's unbelievable situations how his heart stopped. In these game, it's normal to hit someone or something, but his situation was very scary. In the second video, I feel light hurt when I hear the people praying for him and adoring him.
Beautiful. Dejected. Was that on that long list of vocabulary words?
Yes.
Fantastic. That's a great use of a new word right there. Dejected. It's fantastic. Excellent. I think right here, situations, you want to do it's a singular situation, an unbelievable situation. Yeah, nice job, Anila. Anila, we haven't had classes since Anila came from level 5, and you've gone a long time without writing formal English. You still got it. You're impressing everybody. Here we go. Well, I don't know. Were you studying over the holiday?
No,
Okay.
teacher.
You still got it.
You know, I'm so busy, so.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Who would like to go next? Let's get at
Me.
least 2. Okay.
Xiomara.
All right. Shamara, yes. Let me refresh the page. Here we go, Shamara. Shamara. There you are. You're right at the top. Okay.
Okay. William Rolden described this situation, how he feel, his town, and the sadness. Everyone watching as that collapse was suffering. People are weeping, others pray for him. In the second video, we can see everybody are happy and excited, celebrate when he returned to the soccer field.
All right. William Roden, that was the doctor in the video that spoke later. I'm just questioning this reference. He was the doctor in that news report? I can't remember the name though. Was that who this is? Or was this an article?
Reporter.
Okay, one of the reporters in the video.
Yeah,
That's what I thought. Okay.
Was in the soccer field.
Yes. Yeah. Excellent. The football field. So it's like the opposite. I love it. We call soccer, we call football soccer in America, and now you call football soccer. That's what we call football soccer. Just that you're very American calling football soccer. That's the most American thing you could ever do. Yeah. I love it. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's get at least 2 more. Anybody else want to share? You don't have to. We're not going to force you if you don't want to. Okay, so very good job. Great way to start class today. Let's keep it moving. All right. So let's talk about pizza. I put a question here. This is an activated question to start a conversation. Can you find your pizza in America? I'll start from right to left. The second largest consumer of pizza in the world is actually Mexico, our neighbor to the south. And a lot of the pizza in Mexico is quite different. Many of the ingredients for the toppings are quite different. There are a few similarities if you go further to southern states with Mexican pizza, but there's a lot more flair, a lot more spice, because of the people's palates want something different in different places. Brazilian pizza is different, definitely a Portuguese influence. People will put boiled eggs across a pizza, oftentimes to make a thicker crust. In India, pizza is also different, a lot more green veggies, of course, with the large, more variety of vegetables, with a larger vegetarian population, and a lot more uses of like turmeric and masala and curry and all of these things. So around the world, pizza is totally different everywhere. It's regional. So I want to hear from all of you. When you came to this place that you live now, were you able to find your pizza? Let's hear from at least two people. Who wants to start? This is just a question to start a discussion.
Yes, teacher.
Tell us, Anila. Yes.
Yeah,
Tell us
I
about
like
pizza in
pizza,
Pakistan.
any kind. Pizza is pizza, teacher.
Well, what about in Pakistan? Is it similar or different to
No,
what
it's different. Yeah,
tell us everything.
In Pakistan, we put like, right, you said same like India.
Mhm.
In Pakistan, the pizza is very different. They put all the vegetable, chickens,
Mhm.
a lot, and a little bit spicy. So that one is my favorite. But I try in America just the cheese one pizza.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I like it. It's not like,
You're okay with American pizza? You don't miss
yeah,
that pizza from?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay, I think.
All right. That's very unusual. A lot of people I talk to who, change countries, they're like, this is not pizza.
No.
What is this? But
I love pizza, teacher, any kind of pizza. So
so
that's why,
you're okay. All right.
yes,
Good attitude to have, whatever it is.
yeah.
Okay. Anybody else want to share? Yes. That is Fretis. Yes. Tell us.
It's similar, teacher, in my country, the pizza like here, because it's Domino Pizza. You can find in my country Domino Pizza.
Where are you from?
Dominican Republic.
Okay, DR. Okay.
Yeah. Domino's Pizza, Pizza
Okay, so
Hut.
yeah, not too far from the US. That makes sense.
No, I think maybe Pizzarelli, and another pizza, maybe some different, but it's similar. It's very similar. I
Okay.
love the pizza too, teacher. I love.
Now, Leonardo, if I remember correctly, Leonardo, you're from Medellin, right?
Right, teacher.
So tell us everything. I know in Colombia, totally different. Am I right?
Yeah, it's not
Tell us
totally
everything.
different,
Okay.
but I usually don't eat pizza, but I prefer the pizza with pineapple. And
All
in
right.
America, sometimes it's difficult to find that. You can find, but it's not too common.
I'll give you a hint.
It's Hawaiiana.
Yeah, Hawaiian
Right.
pizza. But I heard some other Colombian students say that it's a lot of pizza in Colombia has rice and some almost like putting a combination of a totally different dish, like rice and chicken and something else. Well, maybe I'm just imagining this. Well, Fretes is not happy, but Fretes this.
I don't think
Maybe
so
you wouldn't
with
be happy.
rice, teacher. But you can put whatever you want.
That's exactly correct.
Yeah.
Who's next? Gracie, tell us.
I think I ate the best pizza in South Korea. It was based of sweet potato tong.
Sweet potato.
Yes,
Okay.
and with seafood, for me, would be always the best pizza.
Oh, that sounds delicious. And this was South Korea?
Delicious, yes.
Wow. Was that in Seoul?
You can sit in front and you see everything they put in front of you, and it's perfect pizza.
Here's a quick question. In that northern part of Asia, they have two different kinds of sweet potatoes. Was this the yellow, the orange, or the purple sweet potato?
I don't know exactly, because when this the topping, you don't, it look like a little orange, but
Okay.
not so strong, little orange color base.
So seafood and sweet potatoes.
Yes,
In
sounds
South Korea.
crazy, but it's really good.
No,
yes.
that does sound crazy. To my American brain is going, what? But now I want to try it.
It's
I love it.
fantastic. Yes.
I love it. All right. Let's see. Bibiana, tell us.
Yes, teacher. I agree with Leonardo, but basically in Colombia, we find I love the Hawaiian pizza, but it's not the same. The pineapple here is the different because the flavor is so different. It's not. I don't know. It's maybe in Colombia is more sweet than here. Yeah.
So sweeter pineapples than here. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
And I think that the ingredients, the basic ingredients for the pizza is cheese and the bread, and
Okay.
you have pizza. Yeah.
All right. Nice, nice, nice. Doris, yesterday when I introduced this conversation with another class, I told you sometimes we use similar content, but I move a little bit faster. Doris, you're about to be very, very happy. You know why?
Yes. I don't know, teacher. Can you tell me?
You at one point, you are from Cape Verde, but for a good chunk of your life, you lived in Rio, right?
Yes, in Rio and Portugal.
Okay. So you've been all around. So,
years in Brazil.
Brazil. Okay, so Doris is about to be very, very happy, and you can. This is a short video about Brazilian pizza.
Oh,
and Doris is an expert. So anything you see here that you might want to learn more about, talk to your friend Doris.
okay.
So I'm just pointing you out. You're the expert. Here we go. I'm going to play this before we go into breakout rooms. Here we go. All right, here we go.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll
producing over 1 million Brazil and the pizza in the United States and any other country in the world. Why is that? First of all, I'm going to ask Brad Zucca to present the details, the data about the pizza in São Paulo and the pizza in Brazil, and then I'll get back to you. So, Brad Zucca.
Thanks, Mark. Hello, everyone. There is an estimate of 40,000 pizza places in Brazil today. They are responsible for producing over 1 million pizzas a day in the whole country, being 572,000 of them consumed in São Paulo alone. As far as pizza consumption is concerned, São Paulo is only second to New York City in the whole world. The most consumed toppings in São Paulo are mozzarella, sausage, Portuguese, chicken, and margarita. Another important cultural aspect that it's important to mention is that Brazilians eat pizza with forks and knives and not with their own hands. And also that ketchup is an option. Not everyone likes it. Now, Mark, I hate you. If you don't bring me any pizza from there, you're a dead man. Listen to what I'm saying. If you don't bring me any pizza from Clayton's Pizzeria, you're a dead man. Don't come back here. I promise you.
Yeah, and if you are in the south side of the city, you gotta come to this pizza place. You have, it's up to you, no, which is cheese and which is banana. Banana, no. From them,
We have
which is a kind of, right?
Okay, so this part of the video right here, there's the comedy in the beginning. Now, Doris, this is where you can be kind of like a tour guide for us.
Yes.
Enjoy,
and we
seriously.
have sweet pizzas too.
Oh, that's interesting to say. Thank you very much for the support. We also have sweet pizzas. You can have brigadeiro, which is a kind of Brazilian sweet. Chocolate, you can have, there is one called Romeo and Juliet, which is banana. Banana, no. Which is cheese and guava candy. It's guava sweet, or goiabada in Portuguese. We have strawberry and chocolate pizzas. What else? Banana pizza, I said. Coconut.
Nutella.
Nutella pizza. I cannot eat any of those.
Nutella and Nino.
Okay, so I wanted to pause right here.
Banana, no.
And so yes, this is something that if you say are used to a sweet pizza with like guava, and they call it queso frio, or the chocolate pizza, or like a Nutella and banana pizza, a very fruity sweet pizza, almost something like what an American would think is like a breakfast pastry. It would be very hard to find what you are looking for when you come to this country. Or the same could be said if you're say used to like a curry and spinach pizza, like the from the Indus River Valley area. So we're going to break up into but I know Doris, can you tell us a little bit about a Portuguese pizza?
Portuguese pizza, you have a cream. You can in Portuguese the name is catupiry. Catupiry, just like a cream cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And eggs, onions, and tomatoes is really, really good. It's really, I miss, because in Brazil I go to the I don't know if it's here you call the rodizio. Rodizio means rotation about the pizza, all the types of pizza. I go to a restaurant and I eat I tried 100 type of pizza.
Wow.
You can try the sweet pizza and a lot, and fries and meat on the pizza is really good. It's really
I'm just looking at the names of who's here. Julia, how you doing today?
Hi, I'm okay, thank you.
Great. I realized I was just looking around. So we've got some perspectives from different places. Can you tell us about?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Ukraine, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about the Ukraine. How is pizza different there?
I think American pizza and Ukraine are like the same, but but in America pizza is so fat, but in Ukraine it's like more dry. I don't know. More very it's like thin dough and many meats and tomato and many people like the same in Brazil or Portuguese, like with pineapple and chicken.
Okay.
Yeah. But I like pizza in American because I like bacon. It's very tasty. So interesting with like meatballs. In
Mm.
Ukraine, we don't use meatballs, but it's very interesting for taste.
We do have we use ground beef, but usually like really tiny one. Are you talking about like actual big balls, like this size?
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, that would be different, totally different from America to like I have a
Yeah.
full meatball. We would like chop it or something like that and sprinkle it.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you so much. All right.
Yeah, you're
So
welcome.
excellent. So now we've got and now I'm going to invite you to all to join a breakout room. The question is, can you find your pizza in America? Some of you are very happy with pizza in this country. Others are not so happy with the pizza in this country because it's totally different everywhere you go. So let's go into breakout rooms. We almost have the entire class here today. Let's do 3 breakout rooms and try to share your experience with each other. Can you find your pizza in America? Here we go. Okay, you can join your breakout room right now. All right, everybody, before we take our 10-minute break, I'm going to introduce 3 different types of regional pizza in the US. Here we go. All right. New York pizza, Detroit pizza, Chicago pizza, and Colorado pizza. All distinctly different, all very American. So hope that gets you excited. We'll break up into 4 groups to learn all about this when we come back. All right. In the meantime, let's take a break. See you in 10 minutes. Grab a cup of coffee. Do what you need to do. Okay, so everybody had their break. We're going to discuss regional pizza in the United States. And I'm taking us off of my screen share and I'm directing everybody. I'm sending something, a 18-second video clip to the WhatsApp group right now. And here we go. I want everybody to watch it on their phones and then tell me what's going on. So everybody should now have this on your phone. If you've got kids, you've probably seen this before. But it's 19 seconds long. Tell me what's happening. So there it is. You should be watching that. And for those of you with your cameras on, I love to see these faces. Everybody's smiling. There we go. So once you watched it, tell me what's happening. Israel.
So that movie, the mom and her daughter go to the San Francisco shop pizza, and They ask for a pizza, but they offer a pizza with broccoli.
Yeah,
They run the pizza. Exactly. They say first Hawaii, because Hawaii they put pineapple, and now San Francisco put broccoli. That is insane. It's
exactly,
crazy.
exactly. Yeah, I was thinking, Anila, you said that in Pakistan it's more common to have a lot of vegetables. Go to San Francisco, they put broccoli, artichokes, potatoes, you know, it's like they put the whole farmer's market onto, it's like anything that gets left over at Whole Foods, that goes on a pizza in San Francisco. The whole farmer's market will go onto the pizza. Asparagus, which is kind of stringy, carrots, they will. they will throw it on a pizza in San Francisco. So yeah, but let's say a little more. Why is it that this young lady was not happy about this? Who could pick up with what Israel was saying?
Because she doesn't like it, broccoli.
Yeah, what kid wants broccoli? But it's regional. Maybe if you grow up there, that's exactly the way it should be. So she is experiencing a cultural difference. It's culture shock when you go somewhere new and see a different customs. It's another academic word for it is food incompatibility. It's not that you physically cannot digest. Your body can eat the food of another place, but your own culture has taken over your own bodies for so long, you cannot comprehend what these people in this place are eating. It seems unnatural. You're just like, what? Why did they do that? To me, that's so weird. Everyone, when you move from one place to the other, you have that experience. And it's almost like this chemical change in your body. They eat that to me, that tastes so weird because because it's new. So, and it's very much like learning a new language. All right. So excellent. Now I will bring everybody back to the collective screen, because I've got our next assignment for us. All right. Whoops. Okay, here it is. Regional pizza in the United States. There we go. Just as San Francisco is known for a variety of pizzas with green vegetables, New York City has its own style that has grown to be known as New York style pizza. So New York style pizza is generally thin. New York was the first city where pizza had arrived from Italy, and it was similar to a Neapolitan pizza, but then different parts of Italy had different pizza as well. But there grew a distinct style and flavor and combination of ingredients for New York pizza. Even the way people will eat pizza is distinct to New York City. Detroit has its own unique style of pizza. They actually reverse the ingredients. So if you think dough, sauce, and cheese, they don't go in that order. They do it in a totally different order in the city of Detroit. And just a couple hours away from Detroit, Chicago has its own very unique style of pizza right here. And in the mountains of Colorado, the Four Corners region, that area further west, that Utah, Nevada, Colorado area, there is something known as Chicago Mountain Pizza, where the crust is often the favorite part of the dish. And most parts of the country, if you're a kid, you probably leave the crust. Oh, that's just a piece of bread. You leave the crust. In Colorado, the crust is almost like an art form. So now I will break everybody up into groups. You will go into 4 separate breakout rooms. And I'm not going to give you reading material. I'm going to trust that you Google on your own. Just do a quick Google search and learn these distinct characteristics, share your information, and come back and give a little group presentation. So I'm just going to write down some names. Who is interested in learning about New York pizza? Okay, Anila. Here we go. Anila, anybody else? It's not too far from us, just our neighbor, 4 hours to the south. Claudia. Whoop, bouncing my slides there. Anila, Claudia, and let's get no volunteers. I'll just place people randomly. Freirtes. All right, Freirtes, yes. Let's get at least 5 in a group.
Me, teacher Clutis.
Plutis, yes, here you go. And anybody here not been to New York? If you've never been to New York, this might be a good opportunity. Pretty close to Boston, I'm guessing. Veronica, all right. Okay, Anila, Claudia, Freirtes, Clutis, and Veronica. All right. Now, next up, Detroit pizza. Who's interested in learning about Detroit pizza? Veronica, oh, that was Veronica joined New York. Detroit, the Motor City. How about Israel? Have you ever been to Detroit?
Oh, sir.
All right, I'm going to give you.
Only in New York.
Okay. Israel, you will learn all about Detroit pizza.
All right.
Along with, I'm just going to assign people randomly. Israel, Sandra. I'm just looking at names. Shalmata and Doris. Here we go. Okay, Israel, Sandra, Shalmata, and Doris. And as when I put people into groups, I'm usually trying to mix up the languages as well. Here we go. Chicago. Who is interested in Chicago style? Okay, who is that? Julia, you got it, Julia. Whoops. Julia. Let's go with Monica. And Julia, Monica, Letitia. And how about Leonardo? Okay, Julia, Monica, Letitia, Leonardo. And for the Colorado Mountain Pizza, let's go for we might have already assigned people into groups. Did we get everybody? Oh, looks like we got everybody with 3. Okay, forget 4. We're going to do 3. All right. Oh, wait. No. We're going to stick with 4. I just realized I forgot. Let's do, yeah, let's move a few people over. Let's move Veronica and let's see, Clutis. Veronica and Clutis, you okay with Colorado?
Yes.
Okay. And I accidentally erased 2 names up here. That was Freirtes.
And me, teacher.
And Viviana, yes. Oh, wait, no, I haven't added Viviana. Viviana, I'm going to send you to Colorado. Viviana. And who did I have in New York? That was
Clarity, teacher.
Clarity. Thank you. Clarity is this. There we go. Okay. All right. If you don't see your name, let me know. I think I got everybody. Groups of 3 and 4.
Teacher,
Mm-hmm.
what is the group for? We have to discuss something or what?
Oh, you are going to, hang on a second. Let me take a quick shot right here. Let me take a quick screenshot. Hold on a second. Oh, man. Hold on. Oh, yes. Okay, yes. So in your groups, I'm going to send you right now to 4 breakout rooms. You are going to simply Google this: Detroit pizza, New York pizza, Chicago pizza, Colorado pizza. You're going to come up with, and then you're going to collectively describe what's going on. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes,
good,
teacher.
Good. All right. So does everybody know where they are? All right. Let's see. One second. There it is. So I'm taking a screenshot. Okay. So if you forget which group you're in, sending it to the WhatsApp group right now. Okay. All right. So I will be making these breakout rooms right now. First breakout room. First breakout room we've got is Anila, Fraertes, and Claudia. Here we go. Anila, Fraertes, and Claudia. And you are going to look up New York style pizza. Second breakout room, we've got Israel, Sandra, Shalmara, and Doris. Here we go. Israel, Sandra, Shalmara, and Doris. And you've got Detroit pizza. Third breakout room, Chicago, Julia, Monica, Letitia, and Leonardo. There you go. And breakout room number 4, we've got Clutis, Veronica, and Viviana. Okay, and that's Colorado pizza. All right, you can join your breakout rooms now. Resume recording. So the first group, that's Anila, Fraertes, and Claudia, as they speak, go ahead and write comments below in the chat, just to share what you've learned and share what you're finding interesting, listening to each other and talking with each other in the breakout rooms. So this will be the last activity for today. We can start out with group 1, New York Pizza, Anila, Fraertes, and Claudia.
So teacher, first we have to say or we have to write?
Oh, well, we're going to listen to you first. You'll be the first group to speak, but everybody else is welcome to write comments so we can watch comments live. So it's very exciting. All right. So yes, who wants to begin? Fraertes, Claudia, Anila?
Yeah, I will start it, teacher.
Good. And everybody else, if you have a comment, just throw it right there, right up there in the Google Classroom stream. Go for it.
New York style pizza began with the opening of America's first pizzeria, Lombardi by Granao Lombardi in the Little Italy neighborhood of Manhattan in 1905, which served large white pies. An employee, Anthony Piro, cooked the pizza and slices were sold for 5 cents.
Good start. Which resource are you reading? I've read that
Lombardi, he opened the grocery store in Manhattan.
Yes.
Yeah, and he started like from over 100 years ago. He started in his grocery store for sale.
Yep. And for those of you who are familiar with New York, Little Italy is now it's one street. Ethnically, there's been many different groups of people coming and going, and real estate's changed, but the geographic location, it's Mulberry Street. So that area, it's around Soho, Chinatown, but Mulberry Street is still considered Little Italy. They have a festival every year, San Gennaro's Festival. That's a good start. So yes, we have one street in one city. The Fraertes, Claudia, what more can you tell us? There's a lot going on there.
Okay, and the next, I found about the New York Star pizza. It's pizza made with characteristically large hand-tossed thin crust, often served in white fly to go. The crust is thick and crisp, only its edge, yet soft, thin, and pebble enough beneath. Its topping to be foreign and hard to eat. The traditional topping they have is tomato sauce and cheddar mozzarella cheese too. And they say the style involved in the United States. Give me a second, teacher. I try to move something.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
And they say they try to make like this style of pizza, you know, but it's different. I learned today because for me our pizza is the same, but now with that investigation I can learn the pizza is different. It's different the structure, and maybe when the people made like that, you know, and they say too. They serve a lot of pizza in slices.
Yes.
It's common in slices.
That's actually language as well. Colloquial language in New York, people will say, let's go get a slice.
Yes.
And other parts of the country, what do you mean a slice? In New York, that has an actual meaning. They know what you mean. Let's go grab a slice.
Okay. That's it, teacher.
Very nice, Fraertes. Yes, and your comment is excellent. I invite you to write your thoughts, to share your thoughts right here to start us off in the stream. Fantastic work. Claudia, anything to add?
Yes, in New York it's about 1,600 pizza stores, and also 50 and also they sell 50 pizzas per day, around that. And even though the pizza originate in New York, it come from Italy.
Yes.
And another thing to say is at the beginning, they thought the tomatoes was dangerous. And few years later, and they start to put tomatoes on the pizza.
Oh,
but
that's
at the
hilarious.
beginning, they thought was dangerous about the color.
Oh, wow. So for some reason, there was a fear of tomatoes. That's really funny to me. But I guess 100 years ago, it was what it was. Excellent job, group one. Okay, Israel, Sandra, Shamara, Doris, take us to Detroit. And everybody, I mean, I invite you to share comments below. Yeah.
Detroit style pizza is a rectangular pizza with a thick crust that is crispy and chewy. It is a traditionally topped with crunchy brick cheese that goes all the way to the edge and caramelized against the high side heavyweight rectangular palm. And this style pizza start with Ana Guerra, and she modified the Silesian style recipe. And yeah, recipe. Thank you. And that's all.
All right, I want to go over some of the vocabulary words right there. So did everybody understand the word rectangular? So it's a totally different shape. The shape, yes, rectangular.
Yes.
So that's the first big difference.
In Portuguese, it's the same.
Very nice. The word, but not the pizza.
No, you can. In my country, in Cape Verde, we have this rectangular pizza when has a party for the kids party.
Okay.
It's more easy for the kids to take in.
That makes sense.
Put in the
Yeah.
table.
That makes sense. Very good. Thank you, Doris.
But the shape is not the big one. It's the small.
Okay. Tell us more. Tell us more, Doris.
You can try. We have the tuna pizza.
Wait, are you talking about Cape Verdean pizza or the Detroit pizza?
No. It's a different. It's the same type, but there's a difference. Ingredient. In Detroit pizza, you can put just it's a big one. Tester and a lot of cheese. The different cheese. I think it's the yellow cheese. And the receipt is a big one. The bigger the different when you put in the triangle pizza.
Yeah. Does the cheese melt the same way? Because I know some Portuguese cheese kind of stays hard. It stays the same shape, not as much fat. It doesn't melt exactly the same way.
A little bit, not too much, because this is a different. I think it's a type of cheese when you put in the pizza. I think.
Okay, got it. All right, good work, Doris. Good work, Sandra. Israel Shalmara, who wants to go next? Shalmara or Israel?
The characteristic of the pizza, the soft and airy square crust, the crunchy exterior, the caramelized cheese that edges the pizza, are all due to the deep pans in which the pizzas are baked. The pans are a thick steel that are more similar to a cast iron skillet than a cake pan.
Almost like a cake. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Like a cake pan. Yes. Very
yeah.
good.
The classic,
Israel, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
sorry, the
Oh, sorry,
classic
go ahead.
Detroit cheese sauces and pepperoni on top, so that is crisp up and sure slightly. The sauce is what sets Boris pizzas
All right.
apart. The bright tomato sauce and hint of the perfect complement to the salty pepperoni.
Very nice. Israel, you were quite taken by the Detroit style. Share your thoughts with us.
Okay. I read about the pizza is rectangular, but how my classmates say, and I read something important that they say the pizza was developed in 1946 for Buddy Venezuelabus. I don't know the name exactly, but he created the store in the corner of 6 Mile Road and the Conan Street in Detroit. And he put the pepperoni into the pizza to make the flavor of pepperoni more taste for the
I
pizza.
was waiting for that. I was waiting for that. Thank you so much. Yes, they infuse the crust.
Yeah, exactly. They put
Yeah.
into the pepperoni they thought is better, it's more flavor. If you put into, for that reason, it's thick. The pizza is thick and is with cheese, and they put the pepperoni in the middle on the
Exactly.
inside.
Yes, and sometimes they even put the sauce on top, which is a big difference. They'll do stripes of sauce on the top. Good work, everybody. So if we wrap up before everybody gets to share, don't worry, we can finish next week and see how Anila has just left her comment right there. Everybody, you're invited to do the same. You don't have to passively listen. You can type away. All right. Tell us all about Chicago. We got Julia, Monica, Leticia, Leonardo. We can, if anybody does not want to share, it's fine, but let's hear a little bit about Chicago and then Colorado. Who wants to start? Julia, Leonardo?
I want to describe
Julia.
like a few facts about Chicago pizza. The first is the extra hard crust makes space for the lots more cheese, tomatoes, sauce, and toppings than apples.
Pineapple?
This pieces.
Oh, pan, yes.
Yeah, with a name that reference onions. It's no wonder that Chicagans like the pizza. There's plenty of flour. The second, tomato sauce is much thin on pan pizzas.
Good work, Julia. Yeah, and you can see that in the picture. You can see how the crust is. It's actually called deep dish.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm saying
Yeah.
following what you said. It's actually called deep dish. Deep dish.
Yeah.
It's actually
the second tomato sauce is much thinner than sauce on pan pizzas.
Yes, very thick, chunky sauce. Good. Excellent.
I'm sorry, are you hear me?
Oh yeah, we hear you.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. You're fine.
The next one, you may need a knife and fork. Enjoy your real deep dish. Chicago pizza can be more of a sit-down meal with a fork, knife, and napkins.
Exactly.
This is not grab and go. You can try it, but deep dish is not the ideal pizza for eating with your hands. Along with white flours, the crust can include cornmeal and semolina flour.
All right. Good stuff. Let's leave a few minutes. Let's get a few more people to share. Leonardo, Leticia, Monica.
Yes, teacher. One
Go
fact
for it.
is that pizza has they take too much time for make because you know it's for the pigments.
Pigment, like the color?
Pigments, right. And another thought is like you don't need to eat too much because it's bigger piece. And for the reason you can share with too many people. And maybe now you can buy a pizza for $24.
The other thing is the pizza is square. Yeah, is the required the a stronger bite and bigger stomach because it's the little strong.
I'm gonna actually show you this. When I went to Chicago for the first time, I was really shocked because sometimes they'll give you a round pizza, but they will actually cut the round pizza like this into squares. And I was like, what are you doing that for? Why would you do that to a pizza? But that's exactly what they do in Chicago. So yeah, they'll take a round pizza and they will cut it like squares sometimes. Good work. Let's wrap it up with a little bit of Colorado. Tell us, anybody, Veronica, Clutis, Viviana.
Well,
Nice job here, Julia and Anila, leaving some comments. Good work.
I think the main difference is that its grocer is really big. That's the reason they call the pizza the Colorado Mountain Pie because it's really big, the grocer.
Crust, yeah. The crust is huge. It's like a bubble.
Yeah, and it has a lot of ingredients.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have a honey too.
Yeah. It's sweet on the edges.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different than another crust. Because another crust was made caramel, and this is with honey.
Yeah.
And this pizza have many toppings. It's a mountain of toppings.
It is, yeah.
The name is originally from Colorado mountains. It's like in principle was called mountain pie, but after and pizza.
Yeah, exactly right. Okay, everybody, good work, good work. If you haven't left a comment, I invite you to please leave a comment below. So yes, Fraertes, Israel, Anila, beautiful job right there. So yes, everybody else, I invite you to share your comments here and we can finish this. We can pick it up here next class. All right, great job, everybody. I will see you Tuesday. All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you for everything. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.